And good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of New Earth TV Live. We're going to have another great episode today. I do have a special surprise for you guys here that we'll be getting into in just in a few moments. But again, we're going to be doing some earth meditation. We're going to be doing some distance healing. And we're going to be doing some Q&A today as well, too. So there's been a big announcement. I'm sure if you guys have seen on YouTube, on the posts, where I posted that last night. I've also posted it up on Facebook. I've posted it up on Telegram as well too. And I'll be getting into that special announcement here in just a moment. But of course, first and foremost, we're going to start off with some announcements. Here we go.
The world's first spiritual rejuvenation technology in the form of modern everyday items has arrived through Etherics. Etherics offers transcendental healing products that work to detoxify, replenish, and restore you on a physical, emotional, and mental level. The Aether Bed Kit takes the form of a powerful rejuvenation technology that utilizes your own life force energy to restore organs, glands, bodily systems, the energy system, and replenish emotional and mental well-being. The Etherics card decks, the healing code cards, eliminate and detoxify physical, emotional, and mental conflicts within the body. 44 beautifully designed geometrical cards specifically designed to work on the major areas of the body, encouraging natural recovery and increased vitality. The healing code cards come in 3 different themes: the body, mind, and energy decks, each with their own specific design to renew and rejuvenate the body. Etherics apparel and accessories that offer comfortable attire and beautiful geometrical and image designs to detoxify, strengthen, and rejuvenate the body. Download our collection of free sample images and cards from our website so that you can witness the benefits of Etherics spiritual technology for yourself. Visit our website now at etherics.co and begin your rejuvenation journey with us.
And of course, just a reminder that the promo code MIDFEB is available. Okay, it's good until February 25th. And again, a brand new product that is up on Etherics.co right now is called the Ether Mat. Okay, so the Ether Mat is the next best thing next to the Ether Bed Kit. So again, it's a yoga mat. It's a beautiful, sacred geometrical pattern to it. Some people are asking, well, Brad, how do you activate the mat? Because I don't see that kind of big flower like the Ether Bed has. Well, basically, you just place your hand anywhere on the mat, and you can activate it, right? So it can just, your hand is anywhere. But again, the Ether Bed Kit is available, but also the Ether Mat is available. We also got a few new apparel products up on Etherics.co as well, too. You can also check out our store, youtube.com/Etherics store. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Etherics store as well, too. And of course, don't forget this promo code, okay? All capital letters, MIDFEB, get 15% off your order. It is a single one-time use promo code for each customer, okay? And it's good till the end of day, February 25th. And so for the big announcement, what is the big announcement that's happening here? Well, that would be the return of Adronis. Yes, I'm going to be bringing Adronis back. Basically, I have been able to privately connect with him the last couple of weeks, and I've been able to do some private work with him, and my connection with him has been stronger than it has ever been. When I'm actually bringing him in, I'm trying not to use the word channeling, because it's not even really channeling anymore. It's more so just integration. It's more so spirit communication. It's not really a channeling state anymore. It's basically that he just comes through and his presence is just unbelievably strong. And I could feel my entire Kundalini just surging as soon as he comes through, which has never happened before. So there's been a serious upgrade that's happened through me communicating with Adronis. So with this, I'm going to be hosting a free Zoom webinar this Sunday. Okay, so Sunday, February 19th. That should actually say 11 a.m. Pacific. Okay, it's actually at 11 a.m. Pacific and not 12. I'll need to fix that. 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. Open Q&A with Adronis on Zoom. Now, there's quite a few new subscribers on here that may have never heard of Adronis before. Well, you're in for a treat. but I have the majority of my subscribers is already familiar with him, right? A lot of what I've been sharing on this YouTube channel for the past many years, a lot of the subscribers have come because of Adronis, right? So again, he is what is known as a Sirian entity, Sirian consciousness. He exists within what we would know as the star of Sirius A. And I have been, in the past, I was channeling him, going all the way back into December of 2008. And it wasn't until summer of 2021 when I decided just to hang up everything relating to channeling, right? And focus a lot more on spirit communication and other work. But again, like I said, the past couple of weeks, I've had him come through me once or twice. We've had some very interesting interactions. And so I've decided to go ahead and bring him back. And so he's happy to come back. It feels like he's kind of missed everybody. He wants to say hello to everybody again. He wants to still be of service to everybody in that way. And so he is going to be coming back. So as a special treat, right now, I'm going to go ahead and bring Adronis in, and he'll give you a very brief announcement in regards to what is happening this Sunday. All right. So this will just be a moment, and we will connect. Here we go. Terra, Soul Star, Sirius, Adronis. We are here at this time. We bid you greetings and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius, sending love, appreciation, and gratitude to all who are tuning in to this transmission through your internet collective consciousness. For many of you, it may be the idea of thinking, oh my goodness, Adronis, it has been quite some time since we've connected with you. Really, for our perspective, it's only been a moment. It's only been a moment. It's only been another perspective of the now. Therefore, as we come through this conduit now, to which we are delighted to once again interact with all of you through this conduit, through this sharing, through this interaction, we are, of course, excited to once again share this space from our dimension to your dimension, from our universe to your universe, from our realm to your realm. We understand that this Sunday of your time at your 11 a.m. hour, that we will be able to come through and we will share anything that you wish to share with us. We will provide insight in regards to anything that you wish to share with us. Whatever is on your mind, whatever is happening upon your planet, we understand that there's a great deal of things taking place upon your planet, and Earth has never been more exciting because we've been watching everything. We are very aware of what many of you are going through, and we want you to know that this is a time of great excitement. This is a time where you are opening your eyes. This is the time to where the blindfold is coming off. This is the time where the drapes and veils are being removed from your world, and you are seeing much more of what truly does exist. It is not a time to be sad. It is not a time to be depressed. It is not a time to be in despair. It is a time to celebrate. Because what you are going through right now is going to impact you, impact your culture, impact your civilization, and enable you to grow and to expand and to evolve into greater degrees of yourselves that you never thought possible. Because you are now seeing what has been hidden from you for a very, very long time. And these very important subjects we will be discussing through this Sunday date of your time. We want to thank you again for the opportunity of allowing us to come through this conduit to share, once again, our insight, our perspective with you. For all knowledge, all information, All creation itself resides within your very hearts, beings, and souls. And we look forward to being the reflection of that wisdom, the reflection of that knowledge, the reflection of that advisement for each and every single one of you. I am Adronis of Sirius. We thank you, and we will speak to you again in another perspective of the now. Goodbye for now. All right. He's back. What can I say? Okay, so I'm looking forward to this Sunday at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. So just go to the video description, right? Go to the video description below. You will see the link there for the free Zoom registration webinar. Okay, just go ahead and click on that link and you can sign up. Like I said, it is free. It is also going to be simultaneously broadcasted onto YouTube here. But anyone who has questions, please make sure you are a live Zoom attendee. You will only be able to ask questions to Adronis live and attending the Zoom. Okay, so if you're on YouTube here, you'll be able to watch it, but you won't be able to ask questions. So please make sure you're on the Zoom webinar. Okay, and again, that is in the video description. And finally, everything on our YouTube channel is backed up onto Odyssey, the New Earth Teachings backup channel, odyssey.com/@NewEarthTeachings. You can also find the link in the video description, and you can follow us there as well. Okay, getting a big rush having Adronis come through. There's just so much energy. Just comes through. It's like he's just breaking through the glass and coming through. That was wonderful. Very wonderful. I've honestly missed being able to do that with him. I have not connected with him in a year and a half. Like I said, the last time I did it was August of 2021, and I took an 18-month break. Basically, it's 18 or 19 months now, break from him. And basically, because I didn't really need a net. I didn't need a channeling net anymore. And basically, he's coming through, not even so much for my own sake, but more so for the sake of you guys's, right? It's kind of like the feeling that I think quite a few of you have wanted him to come back in a certain way, and I think he's just answering the call. But with Adronis coming through, he's not doing it for my sake. He's doing it for you guys, right? This is why I kind of refer to it much more as spirit communication. There's a point now where I don't really require him to channel through me or anything of that nature, because I can access that spirit consciousness at any particular point. Now, this is for you guys, so this is exactly why he's coming back. Okay, and I think he'll be back indefinitely. I don't really see a point of this being like a one-time thing. Okay, I think this is going to be a multitude of things. And I may even bring him back into private sessions as well, too. So it's up to you guys. If you guys want Adronis back into private sessions again, where you're talking to me one-on-one and you want me to bring Adronis through, then you'll be able to have that option. Okay, so that will be available. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with the broadcast today. We're going to go ahead and get into Mass Earth Meditation. So let me just go ahead and change the screen. Okay, so Mass Earth Meditation. What we're going to do first and foremost is we're just going to get ourselves into a nice, relaxed, comfortable posture. You can either sit down or you can lay down for this, whichever you prefer. And if you're sitting down, just keeping your spine nice and straight. And we're going to take some deep breaths in, deep breaths out. We're going to be doing some heart rate variability breath. We're going to do 10 rounds of that. So breathing into the nose, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last time, and in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and relax. And now I just want you to be fully aware of your body. As we have gone into heart rate variability, as we're now moving ourselves into the low idle, subtle state of being, I want you just to be aware of your body now. Just be aware of everything that is flowing through your body, feeling the blood flow through every limb. Feel the blood flow flowing through your organs, through your entire body. And just feel this energetic stillness within yourself, just as if you were to feel like the flow of the river, and all of a sudden everything just goes completely still, like a still pond. And just be aware of your breath as you feel everything becoming still. And we're slowly going to begin phantom movements. So with your hands on your lap, you're just feeling your hand moving up without moving your physical hand. You're feeling your phantom hand, your astral hand, moving up. Just feeling the hand moving up, the wrist moving up, without moving a single muscle. Feel the right hand, the right wrist moving up, the phantom wrist, the phantom hand, without moving a physical muscle of your right hand, of your right wrist. I want you to feel your phantom hand just raising up altogether and back down. And now I want you to feel your phantom arm, your right phantom arm, raising all the way up without moving a muscle. Feel your right phantom arm raising all the way up and slowly bring it down without moving a muscle. Same now with your left hand, your left wrist, moving the phantom left hand, left wrist up, not moving a muscle, and moving it back down. Moving your entire left phantom arm all the way up without moving a muscle. And back down. I want you to move your phantom head forward, moving the phantom head forward without moving a muscle. And back. I want you to lift both of your legs, the left leg and the right leg, the phantom left and the phantom right legs, moving them up without moving a muscle. And slowly moving them back down. And now I want your entire phantom body to stand up without moving a muscle, having your phantom body completely stand up. Regardless if you are sitting or laying down, have your phantom body stand up. And now that your phantom body is standing up, you're now going to feel yourself growing, getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, getting larger than your home, getting larger than your city, getting larger than your country, getting so large that you're now able to see the earth in the same size that you would see it here on the screen. You're seeing it as this small ball floating in the middle of the cosmos, where you are able to hold it right in between your hands. For this is how large you have become with your astral body. And I want you now just to place both of your hands upon the center of your chest. And I want you to feel the heart opening like a blossoming flower. And feel all of that heart light, that pure spirit light, radiating out from the heart. And that all of that light surge through your arms, into your hands, and into your palms. And I want you just to feel the vibrations of that right now. I want you to take a deep breath in and let it out very slowly through the mouth. And as you're letting it out, feel the vibrations of the hand. Feel the spiritual vibration of the hand, of both of your hands, with all of that light just shining through your hands, shining through the palms. Feel the vibration of it. As you breathe in, breathe out slowly through the mouth. One more time. Breathing into the nose. Very slowly out through the mouth. Feeling the vibrations from the palms. Very good. I want you to place your hands together in prayer posture. Now I want you to give yourself a loving thought. A truly beautiful, nurturing, encouraging thought. Even taking it to the idea of the perfect moment. I want you just in your mind right now to feel a perfect moment within yourself. A moment that was absolutely perfect, completely without any flaw whatsoever. I want you just to feel that perfect moment. I want you to feel that perfect moment just blending together with the light that is protruding through your palms. That energetic vibration in between your hands is being filled with that pure, loving thought, that perfect moment. Very good. And now we're just taking the hands out. We're putting it in transmission posture, just like this, just as you see me on the screen now, doing this. This is what I refer to as transmission posture. And we're now just shining that light, just like a beam of light that is penetrating the entire earth. So again, remember how large you are as an astral being, and that the earth looks like a small ball to you. And it's like your two hands here are magnifying glasses. And they're just shining these two brilliant beams of light upon the entire earth. The earth is now being completely flooded with your divine light. And you can zoom in and you can see the earth now being completely transformed. It's like you're watching everything that represents negativity, everything that represents distortion and impurity being melted away. It's like watching an ice cream cone in the middle of the desert getting completely melted away. And that's what you're seeing. You're seeing the veil of the earth being completely melted away that represents distortion, that represents lies and corruption and impurity. All of that's being melted away, and that's what I want you to focus on in this healing today. I want you to melt away the manipulating veils. I want you to melt away the veils of distortion, the veils of confusion, the veils of fear, the veils of corruption, the veils of impurity. Just like an ice cream cone that's melting in the desert. Just watch all of those veils melting away. Watch all of the confusion on the planet melt away. Watch all the corruption on the planet melt away. Watch all the sickness and illness of the planet melt away. Watch all the hostility and violence and hatred of the planet melt away. Watching all abnormalities and impurities of the planet melting away. Watching the duality of man melting away. Until all that remains is the light. All that remains is the pure crystalline intelligence that is the earth. The divine mother womb that she is. This is all that remains. So just watch all of those false veils, those illusionary veils, watch them all melt. Just like you're taking a magnifying glass and you're just melting all of that away with the heavy beam of pure light It is a light of love. It is a light of truth. And only love and truth can remain. Everything that is not that will be melted away entirely. And that is what you're doing now. Shine your light, shine the beam, and melt away everything that is not loving, and melt away everything that is untrue. Watch it become melted. Until all that remains is the pure crystalline nature of the earth, everything that is harmonized, everything that is crystallized, everything that is neutralized and purified. This is the true nature of the earth. And I want you to see for yourself, what does that look like? What does a pure earth look like? An earth that has been crystallized, that has been neutralized, that has been purified. What does that look like? I want you to see that within your mind. How does the human race react to a crystallized world? How do they react to a world that is in harmony, that's in peace? That there is no more hatred, there's no more suffering, there's no more pain. What does that look like? This is what you want to see for yourself as you see all the veils of illusion melted away. I want you to see that. I want you to see what that world looks like. How are the people responding? How are the animals responding? How is nature responding? How is the earth herself responding to a beautiful, peaceful, crystallized world that is completely non-dual? That is for you to see. That is for you to witness. And as you witness that, I want you to put that seed into the heart of the earth. Just like you're taking that seed out of your heart and you're just putting it directly into the center of the earth. Your vision of how you see a world that has been crystallized, that has been harmonized, that has been liberated from all falsity, liberated from all illusions, liberated from all mistreatment, poverty, violence, anger, hostility, separation consciousness. All of those veils have melted away now. How does the earth appear to you? Well, that's the seed that you're putting into the earth. This is how I see the earth looking now. All of those things have melted away. And believe me when I say that what you're doing right now has impact. It's not to say that this isn't going to get anywhere. It absolutely is. Every thought that you make has value. Therefore, that thought that you're putting, that charged thought that you're putting into the heart of the earth has tremendous value. Do not neglect this. Let yourself take that seed from your heart and put it into the heart of the earth, right in her center, right in her core. Because she's always listening to you. She's always hearing you. She's always seeing you. She is very aware of you and all of her children. And your thoughts are of value. Please remember this. As we take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And we're just going to see the astral body now starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller. Slowly starting to move back into the physical body as it shrinks, returning back into the natural size of your physical body, where you are seated or laying down. As you return to the body, I want you to give love and appreciation to Mother Earth. Thank her for all that she is, and put forward that strong intention that you wish to see her without all of these distorted veils. You want to see her in her purity. and know that the Mother Earth will provide that vision for you. You will receive that feeling of the purity of the Mother Earth. It is all through your conviction to see it that will make it happen. And now that you're returning to your physical body, just slowly starting to move your hands, rotate your wrists, you can move your fingers, you can curl your toes, you can rotate your shoulders, you can flutter your eyes, and when you're ready, you can return. Okay. So, thank you very much, everybody, for joining me for this guided meditation. I deeply appreciate it. And we're going to move on next to distance healing. No more intestinal worms. That would be a great world. I wish for no more chronic fatigue. That's good. These are good. These are good starts, everybody. But like I said, we're just looking at all of those veils. Those veils are all around the planet. And all of those distortions go into something much larger than those things. But like I said, it's a good start. All right. So I think we got quite a few donation requests here already. Very good. So let me just go ahead and change windows. All right. And now we're going to go into distance healing. So again, if you have a request, or if someone, if you want to request for, have a request for somebody else who you know, that's something you can put down. I'm just going to be doing 5 individual requests today, and we're going to go into distance healing, distance group healing after that, and then we'll get into Q&A. Okay. So let me just look at some of these donations. Thank you, Magdalena. Thank you, Sunflower. Okay. And Karina, I got your donation too. Thank you for that. And Karen, I got your donation. So Karen says, healing request for my elderly mom who has pain in her right knee and hip and lower back, which has impacted her mobility. Okay, so Karen, I'll certainly do some work on your mom. So Karen, if you want to offer some love healing in the background, you can certainly do that as well. Everybody else is welcome to do that in the background as I work with Karen's mother. Okay. So last week I was demonstrating a new healing technique that represented the idea of magnetic healing, right? Spirit magnetic healing. I'm going to be going back into the previous one I did before that, which is just referred to as spirit power healing for this week. And next week I'll come back and do some more of the spirit magnetic healing. But for this week, we're going to do more of the spirit healing power. Okay, so Karen, I will just be calling forward your mom right now. Okay, your mother's higher self is present with me. And I'm just working with her higher self now, because her higher self knows exactly what to do. We're just taking the heart light, we're just expanding it out. I'm just sharing this for the sake of you guys. Expanding it out, letting all of that light permeate the entire cosmos as we breathe in and breathe out. Slowly bringing the hands back in. I completely believe that the healing that I shall receive will heal me. Okay, and we will go ahead now and I will work with your mom, Karen, regarding her right knee and hip and lower back. Here we go. God is making her better. God is making her better. God is making her better. Namaskar. Okay. So thank you very much, Karen. What I'd also like you to do is just spend a little bit more time with your mom as well, too. I'd like you to go onto my YouTube channel, and I'd like you to look up the video, the white light energy ball technique. Okay, you'll find it on my YouTube channel there. It's one of the newer videos. I think it's within the last 12 new videos or something like that. You can also just use the search bar, and you could type in Brad Johnson, white light energy ball technique. Okay, and you'll find the video pop up. Go ahead and watch that. It takes you through the entire practice of it. All we're doing is we're just putting all of that love energy into that white ball. So if I was to snap my fingers and say, okay, after snapping my fingers, imagine that all of those conditions of your mother are gone. How would that make you feel? Okay? That excitement, that feeling, is what you're potently putting into the ball. You're putting it into her solar plexus, again, as the video will teach you. And I'd like you to do that for her daily as well, too. Okay? But Spirit Light is working through her right now to help with those conditions that she's going through. All right. Blessings to you both. Thank you very much. Okay, Anna, thank you for your donation as well. This one here is from Peace Gem Music. Peace Gem says, my son Raghav Kad had a seizure from the jab. It's gene mutation affecting his thyroid, parathyroid, and hormonal balance. He has asthma too. Healing for him. Okay, so I'll work on those areas extensively. So again, remember that these jabs, these injections that come through that are toxic, we have a means about how to clear them out. One of the best things to do also, additionally, besides what we're going to do today, is go to ozone therapy. Okay, go to an ozone clinic and just let them know exactly that, again, if he's having problems with his thyroid, his parathyroid, then basically they can work with injections of ozone into his body to basically purify that entire area. Okay, so that would be an additional thing I would suggest, Peace Gem, is working together with ozone clinics. Okay, those definitely help a great deal. And like I said, also working with the healing code cards. Okay, in the body deck, we have a biotoxin eliminator. Okay, so if you have the healing code cards, body deck, physical or digital edition, printed or digital edition, doesn't matter. Okay, and just grab that card, the biotoxin eliminator. Second card you will want to grab is the heavy metal eliminator as well too. Okay, biotoxin eliminator and heavy metal eliminator. Okay, and have him use that. If he doesn't want to use it, then you're using the capture method. Okay, so you're taking those two cards, putting them down, okay, face up, and you're taking a picture of him. You can have two pictures of him here. And let's see if this is his picture right here. You're putting his picture face down on top of the card. Okay, on the card's image, not on the card's back, on the card's image. Okay, putting it there. Talking to the card, what do you want it to do for you? Okay, clear away all problems with his thyroid, parathyroid, and hormonal imbalance. Okay, and it will be done. Okay, with the heavy metal eliminator, pretty obvious. Clear away all heavy metals from his body, keeping it on capture mode and letting it work. Okay, that's another thing you can do. Ozone clinic is the other thing. And of course, what we're going to do here today will also be the addition. All right. So Peace Gem, if you want to send love to Raghav in the background, okay, you can do that. And I will go ahead and do some work on his higher self right now. So here we go. Okay, I'm calling in Raghav's higher self to be present with me now. Okay, I can feel his presence here with me. So, just expanding the light, representing the love, the trust, and the faith, expanding it out, letting it permeate the entire cosmos, bringing that light back. I completely believe that the healing that I shall receive will heal me. And we will begin. Okay. So Peace Gem, that has been sent to Raghav, okay, working on his thyroid, his parathyroid, his hormonal imbalance, not really his hormonal, just not only just his hormonal imbalances, but also his nervous system, his bodily systems, his cellular body, okay? Basically, I'm commanding every single one of his cells in his body that is able to completely clear out and purge every trace of the injection that he received, okay? And I just keep saying, guys, please do your absolute best to talk people out of getting those things. Right? I know that they may not want to listen to you, but just make your case, right? If they decide to do it, then of course that's up to them, but do your best to make your case, because this is just nothing but a bunch of garbage. Unfortunately, people think that if they take a vaccination, that it's going to basically make everything better, and if you end up getting one of the toxic ones, it's going to make your life very, very miserable. Good news is we have ways of purging that out, but what's most important is that person's cooperation. It makes things easier when they cooperate. Okay, if they don't cooperate, we can still help them. That's why we have the healing code cards. Okay, that's why we have the white light energy ball technique as well too on my YouTube channel. If they're open to doing ozone therapy as well too, that will be a big help. But if they can cooperate, that certainly makes things a lot easier, right? You can just basically, oh, look how you're sick. Look how this is making an effect on your body. Look at how this is taking its toll on you. Don't you want to get better? We can have the ability to make you better. So work with me here, right? So kind of get on their case a little bit, not too much, but a little bit of tough love there. That's the key. So thank you very much, Peace Gem, for that. Blessings to you. And J Church, thanks for your donation as well too. Okay. Okay, Ufuk says, can you heal my schizophrenia? Ufuk, that is a very difficult question. Okay, being able to work with schizophrenia through this can be a little bit difficult. So Ufuk, my suggestion for you would be just to work with the healing code cards. Okay, it's a little bit challenging to work with people who are schizophrenic or basically have very severe mental traumas within themselves with this particular type of condition. So what I will do is I'll do a general healing with you, Ufuk. But what I would like you to do as well too is just keep working with the healing code cards, okay? I would also like you to take a sample printout of this, okay? With the free trial symbol on Etherics.co. There's a green one as well too for nonverbal. Whichever one you want to use is completely fine. They're both equally strong. And I want you to print that out, put it in a plastic leaflet, and just rest it on your head like this as you're laying down. Okay, I can already feel it going to work. This is already activated. Okay, that's a wonderful thing you can do for yourself, Ufuk. Okay, just keep working with the healing code cards. Keep working with the free trial symbol. If you have the ether bed, okay, work with the ether bed each day. Like I said, I'll do a general healing for you all together. But with schizophrenia, like I said, there's complications with that. It's a little bit challenging to work with schizophrenia. But like I said, if you have those simple tools at hand, that will certainly help you out. Okay, but we are going to do some healing right now for the schizophrenia for you. Okay. So Ufuk, what I want you to do right now is I want you just to be present with me right now. I'm basically just going to be working with your higher self, but you're welcome to work with me now physically. Okay. So I'm going to be calling in your higher self here in this moment. And just placing your hands upon your heart. Okay, placing them in prayer posture. Feeling the heart opening up like a blossoming flower. And just expanding the heart light now. Making it bigger and bigger, wider and wider. Representing your love, your trust, and your faith. Okay, bringing that back now. As I bring it back, you're saying, I completely believe that the healing that I shall receive will heal me. Okay, I'm going to do a general healing on your brain. I'm going to do a general healing on your spine. I'm going to do a general healing on your nervous system and other bodily systems, okay, to help out with this condition. But I want you to work with the healing code cards. I want you to work with the ether bed trial symbols and also the ether bed kit if you have it, okay? Ether bed kit is the most powerful of all my technologies I have, okay? That's the most powerful one. So if you have the means to get an ether bed kit, please get an ether bed kit because that has the most features, that has the most functionality, that has the most strength to it, okay? That's what I'd recommend. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and begin. Okay. So Ufuk, just bringing your hands out now. Just bringing all of that light back into yourself. God is making me better. God is making me better. God is making me better. Putting that back into your heart. Letting your heart absorb all of that light. Feel the heart just closing up. All of that light sealing itself into yourself. Okay? So please remember everything that I've shared with you here today. Healing code cards, Etherbed free trial symbols, and the Etherbed itself. And that will help you out too. Okay? Blessings to you. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think we got two more. We can do two more. We got quite a lot of donations here today, guys. Thank you so much for that. Peggy, thank you for yours as well. And Anna, thank you for yours. And of course, Peace Gem and Karen. And Karina and Sunflower and Magdalena. Thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Very generous people on the chat today. I really appreciate that. Okay. So I'm just going to go down the list here. We're going to look for two more people. Then we're going to do a group healing. Then we're going to get into Q&A. All right. Yeah, there's some people on my channel because again, I have quite a lot of new subscribers who have never heard of Adronis before. So guys, if you go onto my YouTube channel, you can just look back at some of the videos I've done in the past with Adronis. Adronis has really talked about some very amazing topics that will blow your mind. Okay, it's exactly why I've loved doing all the work that I've been doing over the years. When I've channeled Adronis, because I'm going to be bringing him in, not through a channeling state, but just through spirit communication, as I call it, because it is kind of like a companionship state. And I'll be bringing him in, and he can do some more themes of videos to share with you guys as well too, because the wealth of his knowledge is infinite. Right? So again, to really treat yourselves, go onto my YouTube channel, type in Adronis, and you will see some absolutely incredible, mind-blowing videos that he has shared over the years through me. It's mind-blowing. Okay, this is why I've had such a big amount of supporters over the years. People tune into the videos that I'm doing with him, and the amount of information that he shares, and the detail of what he shares, and the intricacies of what he shares blows you away. Right? So this is what I suggest you watch, so that you're getting familiar with him as he's now returning. Okay, very good idea to do that. But that's back when I was channeling him. Now that I'm doing spirit communication, it's going to be even better with him. All right, so let me see here. Just give me a moment here, guys. I'm just sort of scrolling down the list to see if we can find two more people. Okay, this one here is from Peggy Queen. Peggy says, please healing for a rash under both arms that itch and burn. Seems to be a very few months thing now. So that feels like a toxicity. That feels like a fungicide. It's contained inside your body. Okay, that can basically come into the lymphatic system. Okay, so Peggy, we want to make sure we're cutting back on acidic foods. We're not eating anything unhealthy. If you're drinking coffee, it's time to stop. Okay, if you're having high caffeine, if you're having high sugar, guys, sugar is what creates these problems. We put too much sugar into the body. We put too much high carbs into the body, and that is what's causing bloat. That's what's causing rashes. Sugar is the main culprit of that. You've got to cut sugar out of your diet as much as possible. If you have sugars, get natural sugars and fruit. Okay? okay? Just have the natural sugars and fruit. Have the organic sugar, okay? But you got to cut back on all this processed stuff because that is the common symptom that happens if you eat very poorly. Guys, you have to remember, your entire body is made of food. It's not made of anything else. Everything you put in your body that is food, that is going to reflect exactly how it feels. When I'm hearing people about rashes and all that stuff, then that's sugar. That's toxic sugar that's in your body, and it needs to be flushed out, okay? So you want to drink some warm or hot lemon water, right? You might want to take some iodine drops as well too for your thyroid. You'll want to do just drinking lots of water throughout the day as well too, cleansing yourself out. Cut sugars out of your diet altogether, right? The only sugar you should be having is the one in fruit, okay? And just cut everything else out. Clean out the body. Do some colon cleansing. Do some intestinal cleansing. Cleanse the liver, okay? You want to do some liver cleansing. You want to make sure we're just really purifying the body, getting all that gunk out altogether, okay? And the foods that you're eating, really make sure they're cut back on artificial processed sugars. Those are the culprits. Sugar is the nasty stuff. That's not what's supposed to be in our body, okay? So we have to make sure we get that out. Okay, so Peggy, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and work on the rash under both arms, the itching and burning. So yeah, that's basically it. Those are sugar reactions. Those are in your that's in your lymphatic system, okay? And that's probably also representing a toxic liver as well too. So we got to clean out the liver. We got to clean out the stomach. We got to clean out the intestines. Very important. Colon cleansing, intestinal flush, enemas. Getting all that gunk out. Very, very, very important, okay? So here we go. So Peggy, all I want you to do right now, just place both of your hands upon the center of your chest, taking a deep breath in and out. I want you to feel your heart opening up like a blossoming flower. Feel all that light coming out of the heart, putting your hands in prayer posture, feeling all that light coming in between your palms, expanding it out. All right, expanding the light out, making it permeate the vast cosmos, that which is your light, your love, your trust, your faith. Bringing it slowly back to yourself, bringing the hands back. I completely believe that the healing that I shall receive will heal me. Okay? And we'll go ahead now and we'll begin. Okay, so Peggy's spirit light has been placed into your body, helping with your liver, helping with your bodily systems to clear out all of that toxicity within your body, again, caused by nasty sugars, okay? So please make sure you're getting yourself a good diet. What I would suggest, guys, that one of the best diets for you guys to follow is Ayurveda, right? That's what we should really be working on with the most, is Ayurveda. Now, I've also worked with keto. Keto has been really, really good for weight loss, right? Like I once weighed 238 pounds. I'm now 202 pounds, okay? Probably getting closer to 200 pounds very quickly here. So I've lost 36 pounds doing keto, right? But when I've felt really, really energized, it's been me following Ayurveda. I'm kind of mixing Ayurveda and keto together, okay? Ayurveda by far would be one of the best things to do for yourself. But what you want to make sure you're doing is you want to make sure you're aware of your body type. Okay? Are you a Vata, a Pitta, or a Kapha? Mixture of those three. Okay? So just go online and look at free Ayurvedic test. Okay? Or a free Ayurvedic body test, right? To know your body type. And you want to follow the practice with that. So basically, as a common rule, we kind of start off with the heaviest meal around closer to lunchtime. Okay, it's kind of like you're eating like a king in that way. In the early morning, you may just have like a smoothie, a little bit of stuff, a little bit of food there, and then as we get closer to lunchtime, I'd say around the 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. hours, that's where you can have a good size meal. Okay, after that, you want to make sure you're just winding things down. It's kind of like they say, here's the king, here's the prince, and here's the beggar. Okay, the king, they can eat, but they're not eating so much, right? He's already kind of big and jolly in that way. So he has a decent sized meal at the beginning of the morning. And the prince is the one who gorges. They're the ones that are having like the heavy meals during midday. And then just before sundown, you could probably have a little bit of stuff. No more like how a beggar would, right? Just a small snack or something of that nature. And again, we want to make sure we're doing clean eating, right? So it depends if you're a Vata, if you're a Pitta, if you're a Kapha, right? We need to be aware about what is cold and dry, right? We need to be aware of what's moist, what's warm, right? And what's sticky, what's kind of gooey in that way, right? Just depends on the body type that you are. But when you start eating in that way, where you're actually eating with your own respective body type, that's what's really going to help you further, right? We got to take responsibility for our food, guys. A lot of our food nowadays is poisoned, okay? We got to eat more responsibly. You can't just get away with eating crap all the time anymore, okay? You got to say goodbye to the processed foods once and for all. They got to go. They can't stick around. You're going to make yourself sick, and I can guarantee that. All processed foods have to go completely. And all you're keeping in you is, like, again, if you have your own garden and if you're growing your own vegetables, that's the absolute best thing you can do for yourself, right? If you decide to eat meat, that's fine. Just make sure that you're going to like a local butcher, making sure that it's more kosher in that way, that it's more organic, that it's grain-fed, right? I eat meat, so again, that's why I said I did keto. Okay, that's why I lost 36 pounds. Okay, and so just being very responsible with your diets. It's extremely important, guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. We should all know this by now. This needs to be common knowledge. Get the processed crap out of your life. All of it. Don't even tolerate it for 1 second. And just eat more organically, eat more naturally. Take good care of yourself. Have responsibility for your diet. You can't get away with eating crap anymore. It's not going to work. It's going to make you sick. Okay? Very important. Okay, last healing. We're going to move on to Anna here. Anna says, request for healing for my mom, Mary. She has been having some type of allergy and or herpes for the past couple of years that flare up somehow weekly. Okay, there's a couple different types of herpes. We can look at the genital herpes, or we can look at the one that's around the mouth. So I'm not too sure which one you're referring to, but I guess we'll work for both of them. Okay. So yes, I will do that for your mother, Mary. Okay. And Anna, if you want to do some healing in the background with her, you can. And I'll work on her for that. Okay. So just connecting to your mother now. Okay, just asking her higher self to be present with me. Okay, she is here. And we will begin here. Expanding the light. Bringing that light back in. I completely believe that the healing that I shall receive will heal me. Okay, and we'll begin. God is making her better. God is making her better. God is making her better. Namaskar. Okay. So Anna, Mary is now bringing spirit light into her. Okay, so just keep an eye on her over the next little while. Again, I'd like you to work with the white light energy ball technique on my YouTube channel. Okay, just have to do a little bit of digging, guys. I got a lot of videos. Okay, but just use the search bar, Brad Johnson, white light energy ball technique. Okay, you'll find the video. Please do the video there. What would it feel like if her symptoms were completely gone? How would that make you feel? Put that in the ball. Put that ball into her. Do that daily. Okay. Thank you guys for your requests. We're going to go ahead now and do a group healing. Then we're going to get into Q&A. So, for group healing, all I want you to do right now is I want you just to perform the body scan. Okay. You're just performing the body scan. And what we're going to do today is we're going to do prana transmission technique to completely clear away whatever it is that's ails you. So it's going to be a bit of a different type of group healing today, but we're going to do group healing through the prana transmission technique, okay? So just scanning your body right now and anything that you feel you want to let go of, that is physical, mental, or emotional, or all three, okay? That's exactly what you're being aware of right now, okay? And what I want you to do is I want you to drop everything that you're ready to let go of, because that's the key, okay? Really pay attention to this. You are letting go of what you're ready to give up, okay? If you don't want to give up something, don't put it in your hand, okay? You're only letting go of what you're ready to let go of completely, okay? So I want you to take all of that stuff, and I want you to move it up through the right hand here, okay? Just like you feel like your entire palm is covered with all of that stuff that you want to clear away altogether, okay? So I'll just give you guys a moment to do that now. So just feel all of that stuff, all of that karmic debris, anything physically, mentally, emotionally. If you got a headache, you're putting it into your right hand. Okay, a migraine, you got a backache, you got a knee pain, okay, you got stomach trouble, you're just directing it to the right hand here. Okay. If it's an emotional condition, right hand. If it's a mental blockage you're ready to let go of, right hand. Okay, pretty self-explanatory here. I want you guys to do exactly as I tell you. Do not deviate from this, okay? Exactly as I say. Okay, so now that all of that is put in your palms, into your right palm here, let's take a deep breath and we're going to do 3 Om chanting, okay? 3 chants of Om. Deep breath in, and you're Om chanting right into the center of the palm and letting it expand out, okay? So right here, center of the palm, as you're Om chanting, let it expand throughout your entire hand. 3 times, here we go, deep breath in. Om. Second time. Om. Third time. Relax. Okay, deep breath in. I want you to look into the palm right now. All those things you put into the palm, do they still remain within the palm? Okay, if the answer is no, they're completely gone. Congratulations, you finished. Okay, if they're still there, we're going to do a second round. 3 more Om chanting into the palm. Again, center of the palm, like a bubble, just expanding as you do the Om. Okay, so these are for those of you who still have some stuff left in the palm. This is the second round, okay, or the second run, I would call it. Okay, so deep breath in. Om chanting into the palm. Om. Second time. Third and last time. And relax. Looking at the palm right now. Does it feel clear? Is all that stuff gone? Congratulations. Very good. There's still a little bit of stuff that remains on your own. I want you to do it a third time. Okay? After the third time, let your hand rest. Take a deep breath in and relax. Okay, so we're just doing the phase 1 demonstration of the Prana transmission technique. Again, you can go onto my YouTube playlist. You can look at phase 1 and phase 2. All phase 2 is we're going into transmission technique, and we're going to work with spirit to purge our cellular body of any remainders of those things that we have released. But I want you guys to do that on your own. Kind of doing a miniature version today because we have to kind of move on to the Q&A because we're running out of time. All right. Thank you, everybody. We're going to go ahead now and go into question and answer time. So please, no personal questions, only semi-personal or general in nature. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move to live chat, and we'll take a look and see if there are any questions for the chat today. Okay. Okay, this one here is from Lisa. Lisa says, hi Brad, I heard that in court the Emergency Act was deemed appropriate. What now? Okay. You guys better be careful what you read. I'm telling you, right? We've been through these conversations before. Lisa, you've asked me many questions many times, and I'm saying you guys got to be very careful with what you read. You got to be very careful with what's being put in. I've actually was watching a video with Janine this morning, right? And she was talking about certain things regarding the Trudeau government trying to take away people's health care and all that stuff. Guys, don't fall for that, okay? You got to remember a lot of these things are narrative, right? You're not going to be without health care. You're not going to be from prison back in your homes again. These are all narratives, guys. What have I said? The entire mainstream media situation is all about. It's a narrative. It's a coming of age ceremony, okay? None of it's real. Everything you're reading about the idea, oh my God, bro, they're going to try and imprison us. They're going to try and put all these things on the guys. You fail to realize that mostly the counter forces are running the show right now. Okay? So we'll look into this. We'll look into the Emergency Act and deemed appropriate in that sense. Let's take a look at it. I know a lot of people get worked up. They start watching CNBC or Fox News, or in Canada here with CTV and all that stuff like that. And they just get completely reacting to these things. Guys, your freedoms are not going to be taken away. Your freedoms cannot be taken outside because your freedoms don't exist outside. Your freedoms exist inside, right? But let's take a look at this pertaining to the Emergency Act, and it's been deemed appropriate. Well, of course it is. That's all government stuff, guys. That's all mainstream media stuff. That's all official narrative. So will the Emergency Act fly with the people of Canada? Okay. Is the Emergency Act going to be initiated and enforced upon the people of Canada? Let's take a look, okay, and see what's being said. Okay, so it's all about moving away from these systems. It's all about moving away from these acts. It is complete and total non-violent compliance pertaining to all these things, guys. That's why we had a freedom convoy in Canada, right? It was complete and total non-compliance to all of these issues. You're walking away. So fine, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to participate. I'm not going to cooperate, because guess what? They don't have the manpower to enforce anything relating to Emergency Act, okay? Because the military, the Canadian military, is mostly on the sides of the counterforces right now, okay? So again, this is where we have to use discernment. This also brings about a discernment card. So through the nature of this, going out and not participating, not working to abide with it in any way. You're grabbing your strength. You're taking that away. You're moving away from it. You're letting this old system die. That's exactly what's happening. These are desperate times, my friends. It's exactly what Adronis was saying as he first came in and said all these things that are happening are extremely exciting. You are seeing the truth unfold behind everything. You're looking at the blindfold falling off. You're seeing all these things changing. This is going to empower you. This is all part of data dumps beyond anything else. Okay? What you guys are looking at on mainstream media and narrative, like I said, most of it is regurgitated nonsense. A lot of it is data dumps. These are running because they're all trying to, it's the grander picture here. It's infinite consciousness telling you guys, we're going to show you these really, really horrible things. We're going to show you these leaders doing these truly terrible things. We're going to see your leaders as the true tyrants that they are. what are you going to do about it? Are you just going to sit there and let them do that? Or are you going to take a stand? Are you going to turn off the television? Are you going to start taking care of yourself? You're going to start living your life, right? So whether an emergency act is attempting to be appropriated or not, doesn't matter. Where the people do not comply with it, nothing can happen. This is exactly what the Freedom Convoy demonstrated. Okay? You guys have nothing to worry about, right? But we get caught up in these narratives and we feel like the emergency act is going to happen. Oh my God, our freedom's going to get taken away. Freedoms don't come from the outside, they come from inside. No one can take away your soul. No one can take away your heart. Okay? That's where the true freedoms lie. It's not going to go anywhere. It's basically what this is saying. This is why we got the death card. Death card is saying this is completely going to fall apart. It's not going to work. It's not going to fly, right? So whatever they're attempting to do, watch it die. Watch it die very, very quickly. As soon as they try to bring it out, it dies at the same time. Do you guys remember what I said about the cosmic denial stamp? Do you think that this is just me putting on a show here for you guys, telling you these things? This is what's happening, and you're seeing it happen. Whatever they try to do will fail. Whatever they try to enforce upon the people will fail. Every single time. I can guarantee you that's going to happen. You just watch. Okay? Whatever they're trying to do will fall apart. All right? Okay, so Grow, I saw your donation here. I'm coming down to you now. All right? So Grow says, I have had some thoughts and questions about whether there are DUMs also under Oslo. Well, let's take a look. So again, if you guys don't know what DUMs are, they're deep underground military bases. Okay, so I'd say let's not even look at Oslo, let's just look at all of Norway. Okay, are there deep underground military bases in Norway? All right, let's see what's coming up here. Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. There are quite a few of them from what I'm feeling here. Okay. A lot of them have been cleaned out. That's the good news. Not all of them though. Not all of them have been cleaned out, but a lot of them have been. Okay. So this is indicating that there's been some actions coming forward. There's been some military intelligence. There's been some infiltrations along Norway, which some of them have been cleaned out. I don't think they're all cleaned out yet, but quite a few of them are being held. A lot of them are still running. I would say a lot of them, or a few of them, are still running and creating some shady business here. Okay, that's probably what's behind a lot of these takedowns of animals. Okay, with birds and cats, where you're finding them dead because, like I said, there's a lot of foul play. So again, I repeat that statement. This entire decade, between now, 2023, and right up until the last day of 2029, is going to be the witnessing, realization, revealing, and conclusion of that war. This is technically what we would consider to be the Third World War without a declaration. It's changed, okay? And it's not as bad as it was originally foretold. You had a lot of prophets going back many centuries proclaiming this time to be a horrific time, a time that was unbelievable, a time that would be horrendous, time there would be much suffering, there would be hundreds of millions of people dead. The good news is that hasn't happened. Okay, it's been softened. We've been able to cushion that blow a great deal. But this entire war has been a transitional war. It's a war of transition. That's what's taking place. You could basically say that all the Satanists and dark forces on this planet have already lost after the Second World War. Once World War II concluded, they finished. They were finished. They were done. Because basically we had a cosmic plan in place that would bring about intelligent beings coming upon this planet. And Dolores Cannon talks about them as the 3 waves of volunteers. And as soon as we crossed that threshold after the Second World War, the dark forces' days were numbered. Okay? But it takes about close to under a century for all of that change to take place. We basically have to go through 3 or 4 generations. 3 to 4 generations of change it takes for this full transition to come to an end. And now we're nearing that time. Okay? So we're probably going to see again more of the witnessing, the revealing, and the concluding of this secret Third World War that has been taking place just after World War II. Okay? But it's all coming to an end. It's all coming to a climax. I keep saying, guys, over and over again, I haven't changed my mind about this. We're already victorious. We've already won. All these horrible things are meant to be shared as a means of waking you up, to letting you know what has been hidden under your feet, what has been kept beneath your sight, behind your vision all this time, so that you can now awaken yourselves and realize, I don't want any part of this. No thank you. I've cast my vote, and my vote is thought. My thought vote has already been cast. I'm not interested in participating with any of these things, and I will not support anything in regards to these corruptions. So I'm going to turn off my TV. I'm not going to obey the idea of a governmental order that represents tyranny. I'm going to opt out of that. That's what we're all doing, guys. That's why we're having the shakeup that we're having. Okay? A lot of you guys here are regulars. You know that I say this, but you keep asking the same kind of questions, and I'm going to keep giving you the same kind of answers. Okay? Doesn't matter what's happening in the world pertaining to an event. It's all part of the symmetry that's enabling the conclusion of a very long transitional war that has been happening since World War II, that's about to wrap itself up before we go into the 2030s. Because the 2030s are going to be a very different kind of decade. Okay? That's going to be more of a renewal decade. Hey, that's going to be the decade of harvest. That's a very different type of decade. But this decade is a transitional decade. It's a decade of transition. It's a decade of cleanup. And that's what we're seeing here. That's what you're witnessing on the boob tube. That's what you're witnessing on the internet. That's what you're witnessing on social media. It is the complete and total downfall of a scummy Satanist group that has been on this planet, poisoning this planet for thousands of years, because a lot of them aren't even human. Okay? The complete and total culprits behind all of these things, guys, aren't human at all. And what they will do is they will harvest human bodies. And what they will do is they will act as humans. But there's nothing human about them. We can often refer to them as demonics. That's basically what this is all about. This is all about the idea of these demonic parasitical beings that have been trying to hold the earth hostage for many thousands of years, that will basically make false promises and false hopes to people that follow them, saying that you're going to have immortality, you're going to be able to live forever, you're going to be kings among men and women and children, you're going to be above it all if you help us. And that's what they've been sucker punched into. Right? They think they're doing something good, and then boom, they get this right hook across their face. Everything in regards to what's happening here has not even been a human agenda. Okay? It is an alien agenda. And I'm not just referring to extraterrestrials. You're basically looking at these beings that are completely insidious. Right? They are basically the shadow self of the earth herself. They are the collective consciousness of the earth's shadow self that has been blanketing this world for many thousands of years, that is now just imminently about to be defeated. That's what we're witnessing. That's why things are shaking up so much. That's why things are so intense. That's why these veils are being peeled off. That's why you're seeing the news that you're seeing. That's why you're seeing the events that you're seeing. That's why these things are coming together into fruition, because you can see all these things end of what's been kept under your feet for thousands of years. That's what's taking place. All right. Let's go to Sandy now. Actually, no, before I go to Sandy, there's one here from Ian, here again. Ian says, "Hi, Brad. Given that no stone will be left unturned in this cleanup decade, how will the music industry be overhauled? And basically music in general. It's going to be free of pedophilia." It's basically what's going to happen. The music industry has been used for a lot of that. They've been used for pedophilia. They've been used for alcohol. They've been used for drugs. It's a drug laundering business. Okay? So all the nasty stuff that's come out of the idea of that industry is going to go. It's a programming business. It's sex magic. Okay? You guys may have seen a video of mine a while back where I was talking about the adult entertainment industry and how all that is just diluted sex magic. Okay? The music industry is sex magic. Okay? Hollywood is sex magic. Okay? Pedophilia and all that stuff. It's been used for underground cults. Okay? The music industry is run by underground cults. Okay, the film industry has been run by underground cults. Okay, the entertainment industry in general has been run by underground Satanist cults. Okay, and that's basically what's looking to be expunged right now. We see this. I don't even need to use the cards for these, right? So I've talked about this to death. A lot of people are talking about this to death. We're seeing how Hollywood's getting all cleaned up right now, that a lot of the filth is off the street. There's a lot of just empty streets. We've seen that for months relating to Hollywood, how there's just so much major cleanup that's been going through. The entire entertainment industry has been completely utilized by dark, deep, satanic underground cults. That's what they've been using. That's their proxies. Okay? So that's exactly what's being cleaned up right now. There's infiltration going on. There's counterforces working on that and just cleaning up the entire industry. So within the next few years, yeah, you won't see an industry like that. There will still be a music industry and there will still be a film industry, but it will be nothing like what we've seen in the past pertaining to sex slavery, pertaining to sex magic, pertaining to drugs, pertaining to pedophilia, pertaining to all of this stuff. It's horrifying. Okay, all of that is being swept clean. It's going to take some time because it's nasty, guys. It's like going into a space, you open the door, and there's filth, and there's debris, and there's crap, and there's just rotting everywhere, right? The whole house is a mess. And we got quite a few of us that are coming into the house and say, all right, let's get to work. Oh my God, this is a cesspool. It's horrifying. It's awful, I know. But it's still our house, and we got to clean it up, right? And so we get more and more people in the greater numbers to come in, and we start cleaning and scrubbing down this house. No matter how much disgusting, nasty, horrible, rancid debris there is. Okay? That's what happens when you open the door of the underground to the music industry, to the entertainment industry, to the film industry, right? All of it is crap. All of it is garbage. All of it is filth. All of it is debris. It's everywhere. Everything that represents vermin and everything that's detestable and decaying is contained in those things. But we're still going in and we're cleaning it all out because it's our shadows. This is the collective shadow imprint of the world, and it needs to be cleaned out. It can't stay. It has to go. If we want to look at a new world, all of that stuff's got to go. It's very much like what you just said here, Ian, is that not a single stone can be left unturned. I mean that very literally, guys. I'm not blowing smoke up you, okay? I literally mean that every single cornerstone, every single stone that represents our society needs to be turned over. Every single one. None of them can escape. Not a single one. Okay? What we do politically, what we do governmentally, what we do through money, what we do through technology, what we do through education, how we live, our morality, right? Our ethnicity, everything pertaining to ethics, everything pertaining to schools, everything pertaining to transportation, everything pertaining to energy, everything pertaining to entertainment. Everything is being turned over. Everything. And you can underline that 1,000,000 times. Everything is being turned over. Not a single thing is going to be left unturned. It's all going to collapse and be rebuilt again. This is what I call the overhaul or the transition time. Okay? Disney is not dying. It's being overhauled. Okay? Microsoft and Apple are not dying. They're going to be overhauled. So basically we're seeing the crap in them fold, and we're going to see the spring of something new into them come together. That's what's going to come together. But guys, this is going to last the entire decade. Okay? 2023 to the last day of 2029 is the cleanup transitional decade. It's a nasty decade, but it needs to happen. It's us taking the mops and the buckets and the dustpans and the brooms and the vacuum cleaners, and we're cleaning all this shit up. Because it's not going to clean itself up. We have to do it. That's what we're witnessing right now. Okay? I hope that puts things into perspective with you guys, because that's the best way I can describe it to you. And when you look at the earth as a whole, you understand that that's what's happening. That's what we did in the meditation today, right? We're cleaning out all the veils. We're melting those veils away so that all that remains is the crystallization of harmony and purity. That's where earth is going to go. We're going to be a very pure society. But in order for that to happen, we got to get this crap out of the way first. We got to do our cleanup work, guys. So no slackers, please. So this one here is from Sandy. Hi, Brad. Very concerned about the derailments in the USA releasing toxic chemicals in the air. Sandy, I already talked about this yesterday. Okay, I want you just to go back to my video yesterday because, again, they didn't release any toxic chemicals in the air. They did not release any toxic chemicals in the ground. That was their attempt, but it did not succeed. I talked about this extensively yesterday in Newark Terra. So I'd like you to go back to yesterday's video. Please check it out because I talk about it all there. Nothing has been contaminated within the area of Ohio. Okay, you guys are clean. You're clean, right? Yes, there was a derailing, but there was no chemicals causing a spill, causing disaster, an environmental disaster. That was averted. Okay, I know the mainstream media will try and say something else, but that's not what's happened. It was all part of a blatant attack that was foreseen, that was prevented. Even though there was a derailing, there was nothing in regards to chemical spills that were taking place. They're trying to do that to create fear agendas. Guys, stop listening to the news. Right? You gotta stop listening to the news. You're the news. Okay? Your heart is the news. Your soul is the news. Your spirit is the news. You gotta stop listening to these things because they are not telling you the truth. They are reading a script. And those scripts are lies. Yes, they're trying to create a sabotage, but no, it didn't happen. But the mainstream media is not going to try and tell you that because they're in the business of fear. They want to give you fear fapping. That's their mentality. Right? You guys should know this. You should really know this by now. Do not fall for what the media tells you. We need to outgrow that. We need to get out of that altogether. Because this is, again, where you guys get fear and you run off, and whether you're talking to me, or you're talking to Janine, or you're talking to anybody, oh my God, they did this, they did this. Like, did you even give yourself a chance to check in with yourself about this? Well, no, I didn't. Well, then that's your problem. You got to learn to look within. That's the only way you're going to find truth. Not through experts, not through me, but through yourselves, right? Please keep that in mind, guys, because it's just amazing how many times I have to keep repeating this to the people who are the regulars here and keep asking me the same questions, and I keep giving you the same answers, and you come back again, and I give you the same answers again and again and again. I mean, guys, I don't know how to get through to you, right? You really have to start working within here and start cleaning this out. You got to get this fear porn out of you, because that's all you're seeing outside as a manifestation of yourself. It's constant fear about this stuff. If you want to look into these events, go inside, because that's where you're going to find truth. It's not through CNN, right? Not trying to come down on you guys, but I'm giving you a bit of this pep talk because it's just constantly happening all the time, right? You need to look into that a lot more. Okay. Hanane says, hi, Brad, question. What is the role of sperm whales? Can we have a message from sperm whales consciousness? Well, I'm not really here to channel the sperm whales. I'm not a channeler anymore, guys. Okay, so I don't do that. Basically, when we're looking at the idea of whales in general, all of them have different tasks to perform. A lot of them are caretakers of the ocean, especially when you look at dolphins, when you look at whales, when you look at cetacean life. They are caretakers of the ocean. They're actually what's meant to keep the ocean pure. They're actually what's meant to keep the ocean balanced. Okay, sperm whales can do that. Beluga whales can do that. Okay, orca whales can do that. Humpback whales can do that. Okay, the dolphins can do that. That's basically what the dolphins and the whales primarily are, like the guardians of the sea, and they're working together with humanity. In a way, they would love to work with humanity, but humanity is just so dense, they can't get through to them. So they're going to need help, and this is why a lot of the off-worlders are working actually with whales and with dolphins to help maintain an equilibrium. It's kind of like they're trying to keep the synapses of the earth intact, and that's what a lot of the whale species and the dolphin species are meant to do. They're basically meant to keep the equilibrium, the functioning of the brain of the earth intact through their deeds, through their songs, through their work. Okay? And a lot of them have been hunted down, and that's not by accident. That's from stupid humans going into these boats, harpooning them and trying to kill them, and they don't realize the detriment that they're causing. That's why there's off-world assistants assisting a lot more with the cetacean life to assist in balancing out the oceans. Because if we do not have that balance, then you're going to be looking at a lot of chaos around the oceans. Okay? We're going to be looking at the loss of coral reefs. Of course, we've already seen that. Okay? We're going to see more extinction of marine life. We've already seen that. So this is why, again, a lot more off-worlders have to step in and try to compensate for the imbalance here, to balance everything together, while other people are coming together that are human and trying to educate people to stop doing that, and therefore creating laws to prevent the hunting of whales and dolphins, to get out of that altogether. Because it's been a lucrative business for a lot of these corrupt agencies and industries to do that. But it's not just the idea of greed. They're being told to take the dolphins and the whales out a lot. Because if we do that, then we have a demonic world, right? We have instability with our oceans. We're losing coral reefs, right? We're losing a lot of essential marine life that is necessary to keeping this planet in balance. So yes, the good news is that no matter how far the idiocy and ignorance of humanity goes, Earth is always able to provide stability. Everything will always come together to stabilize the Earth, no matter how stupid these humans are, okay, and how ignorant these humans are. There will always be backup plans to ensure that the Earth survives, that the Earth lives, that the Earth prospers, whether it's off-world assistance or through, again, opening up other dimensional pockets so that there's opportunities of life to continue to flourish in the deeper levels of the ocean to which we cannot see. Okay? Even when we're looking at cephalopods, squids, they too have a very, very important role relating to the equilibrium of the Earth as well too, through the work that they do. And a lot of it is through brain transferring, it's through telepathic transmission, it's through songs as well too. Okay? It's through things that we can't even fathom because science can't explain it. It's when you look into heart science, consciousness science, that's where these things get explained. Okay? Good question, Hanani. Thank you for that. Okay, let's go down the list here. Grove says, Brad, they took away some of your answers to me. Well, I don't really understand what you're saying, but okay. If you're tuning into my video right now, I mean, those are my answers, so I don't know how they're taking your answers away from you. Okay. Yeah, I know. A lot of people here want to ask political questions because it just seems like politics have really taken over conversations of so many different ways, right? I can remember a time going back a couple of years where a lot of my questions were about spiritual things, spiritual practices, and stuff like that. People are so concerned about the political arena, and I really don't know why. Why are you guys so concerned about political stuff? Right? I don't get it. I really don't know why. Because all you guys are looking at is a soap opera. You think politicians run your life. That's what you think. Well, bro, they can pass bills and stuff like, yeah, but the people have to go along with it. Right? If there's no support from the people, they can't do anything. The people have always been in charge. Always. You have always been in charge of your life. It just amazes me how many people just constantly give their energy away to a politician. Oh, if Trump's in office you're giving your energy away to a politician. Oh, if Biden's in the office, you're giving your power away to a politician. Oh, there's this new person coming in, you're giving your power away to a politician. None of those work. None of that is the answer. Do you guys think that you playing with the soap opera narrative is going to liberate you? You are deluding yourselves. It's a complete and total delusion. It's never going to work. How many times have you guys been disappointed by politicians? How many times? More than you can probably count. Then why the heck do you rely on them? Why the heck do you involve yourself with that type of industry when it's nothing but a corrupt industry to begin with? It has never led to the liberation of people. Do you know what leads to the liberation of yourself? Your own self-sovereignty. That's what liberates yourself. When I'm cleaning myself up, I don't go to Mr. Trudeau. Mr. Trudeau, make my life better, please. Thanks. Okay? And that is, again, ignorance. You got to get out of these political campaigns because that's what's going to make your life so much better. Take charge of your life. Work together with your soul tribes. Right? You getting so squandered in politics is not going to do anything for you. And when I keep saying to a person, yeah, I get it, I see, I do see what you mean, bro, I see what you mean. And they come back next week and they ask the exact same political question. Again and again. Right? What about our leaders here? What about our leaders there? Right? Then you guys are owned. Simple as that. You guys are bought and paid for. You're owned by these leaders. Because you just call their name, you whistle for them, and oh my goodness, Trump is doing this, and oh my God, and this president is doing this, and prime minister is doing that. You guys are just basking in illusion. And that's not the answer. Right? I know we have a lot of people on the internet constantly asking about the idea of politicians and oh my God, if we were get this leader elected and stuff like, no guys, you're missing the entire point. It doesn't matter who's in office. They're puppets. They have to follow a script. Their own willpower does not play a part in their time in office. They are actors. They cannot just go in and go inside the office and just do whatever the heck they want. You have higher ups that are running the show because the entire political game is a 3-ring circus. It's not real. There's no power to it at all other than being patsies and slaves and servants to the higher ups. It's nothing but an illusion. That's like you turning on a soap opera and thinking that as I'm watching Days of Our Lives, oh, those people must be real. Those must be real people. Oh my God, how did that happen when that person got pregnant? Blah, 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 blah. And that's what you're doing. You're looking at a bunch of puppets. I'm basically trying to grab you guys and say, hey, snap out of it. Get a grip. Right? They're like, oh, politicians, the politicians, the politicians. Right? Oh my God, they're passing bills and they're passing bills. And oh my God, the Emergency Act and horrible, blah, 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 blah. And I keep telling guys that's not going to come to pass because that's not the way things are going anymore. Those are scare tactics. Those are fear tactics. They are not going to see the light of day. They will be canceled out just as soon as they're made. It's not going to work. These are desperate criminals doing everything they can to slander the public and get you in fear so that you are completely controllable. This is psychology 101. You guys should know this, right? This is something that's in the Truther movement so much, about psychological behavior. I'm just wondering why there's so much talk about politicians, about politics. Like this is some golden globe idea of going to bail you out of stuff. You guys are deluding yourself by thinking that. I'm only telling you guys the truth, right? So I wish Brad wouldn't be so mean about this. Well, I'm not looking to be mean, guys, but I'm just trying to grab you and say, hey, snap out of it, right? It's like, oh, look, there's a pink elephant in the room. There's a green unicorn over here. There's a leprechaun over here, and there's a rainbow inside. Will you snap out of it? Oh, okay, I'm back now, okay? Because that's what the political game is. It's putting you guys into a trance. And you need to break out of that trance. Come out and start living your self-sovereignty. I'm telling you that self-sovereignty is the only way that you are ever going to be free. Ever. Not through politics, not through finances, not through what you see on your beloved little narratives with mainstream media and alternative media. It's nothing but a 3-ring circus, guys. Get out of it. Right? That's what I can share. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm always going to share what I need to share, what needs to come up, what needs to be shared. I'm the guy. I'm Mr. Blunt, okay? And that's what needs to be shared. It's just helping you guys to snap out of this stuff. Because like I said, just through all of these shows, through all these webcasts I'm doing, the majority of questions is politics. right? And I'd love to talk about more things. Why do you think in the past I was banning political questions? Like, guys, no political questions. No political questions. Because that's what I'd got bombarded. Guys, I've been having that happen to me for like the past 3.5 years intensely. A lot of people constantly worrying about politics. Politics here, and Trump is doing this, and Biden's doing that, and then Trudeau's doing this, and then Putin is doing that, and then this is happening, and then that is happening. And I had to say at one time, guys, okay, no more political questions. Guess what happened? About 3/4 of my audience left, right? Because they want people to say, no, guys, please put your faith in politics. Please put your faith in Trump. Please put your faith in this leader. And yes, keep worrying about politics, because politicians, oh my goodness, are they running the world? They're the most important people, right? That's like saying a clown from Circus du Soleil is probably the most important person that you ever need to look at in the entire history of education and employment. We need to look at clowns, okay? No, because that's what you're looking at when you're looking at politicians. You're looking at clowns. You're looking at stooges. Okay? Trump is a stooge. Brad, how could you? May hellfire rain down upon you because you said that. It's true, guys. He's a stooge, just like anybody else who's a politician. Okay? And if you put your faith in him, in Mr. O'Trump, and thinking that he's going to live your life and run your life and make everything good, you're deluding yourself. Okay? You're on political crack by thinking that. So I'm talking about Trump too, right? And not just looking at all these other politicians. Oh, well, these ones are okay. No, guys, they're not okay. As long as you're a politician, you're playing a game. You're in a 3-ring circus, right? Maybe I'm going on a bit of a rant with politicians today, but it needs to happen. Because this is what I keep seeing all the time in chat is political this and political that. And I don't mind answering your guys' questions. But the thing is that these questions keep coming up from the same kind of people every single week when I'm answering more and more of the questions, and they're not putting 2 and 2 together. And it's constantly just belittling yourselves, not so much me. I'm like, come on, guys, like, can you not see through this? Right? Even when I talked about yesterday about the train wreck, about the derailing of the train, and I was saying yesterday, guys, it's not going to affect Ohio at all. They cannot do anything to affect the mass populace anymore. Every particular attempt they try will be averted. And no matter how many times I say that, it just comes back again. What about this? What about this? What about that? I mean, guys, you got to put 2 and 2 together here. This is, I don't know what to say, what it is, but it's just that you guys got to start looking into yourselves and looking into self-sovereignty. It's the only way that you're ever going to set yourself free. Okay? Val Madness says, let's use the power of focus and attention wisely. For our own benefit, don't give your power away to the drama puppets. And that's the thing. Like, we're just so completely transfixed of focusing on the outside world. And the outside world must run our lives. And if it's not about politics, then it's about mayors, right? If it's not about mayors, then it's about educational teachers or something of that. There's just some sort of hook. There's a hook that's always there. And I guess people just love melodrama, right? Adronis used to tear into people who were like that all the time. It's like, why do you keep putting your power into things that do not serve you? Well, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Snap out of it. Get out of trance. You're in hypnosis. Because that's what happens. You're on the TV, you're watching the TV, and you're like this. Hey, there's a politician there. Hey, there's Trump. Yay, there's my Trump flag. Hey, Trump, how's it going, buddy? Hey, you're gonna do wonderful things for me. And you're in trance, right? And it's important for you guys to spread this message to other people, because there's people out there that are so heavily entranced, they basically think that Trump is Jesus. They think Donald Trump is Jesus Christ in incarnated form, and he's going to come in and save the country. Are you kidding me? Okay? He's basically started a religious cult about him. That he's this dramatic savior, and he's going to save the day, and my God, he's like the reincarnation of Jesus Christ, and people are like painting him all noble and all buff, and an eagle on him and all that stuff like that. Like, wasn't there an eagle that attacked him one time? I remember those others, like if Ego was right next to him, he was trying to attack him and stuff like that. And and the people that paint him as this messiah figure is sickening, right? It's just really gross. It's not to say that he hasn't done certain good things. But again, if you're putting all your faith in one person, guys, you're going to be disappointed. It's like even if any of you guys put any faith in me, you're going to be disappointed, okay? You need to put the faith in yourself. That's really what I'm trying to get across here. Be the self-sovereign. That's what's going to set you free. Get out of trance, right? Okay. Anna says, yeah, in Germany, a lot of people complain about the types of politicians we have, but really we need to make an effort to create the world we want to live in. Anna, you got it. That's it. That's all you guys got to do, right? And it just involves you guys being responsible, having self-sovereignty. And it's not as complicated as you think it is. Why do you think I've created things like the release ball method or prana transmission technique or BCR technique or things like that? Very, very simple techniques to clear away all these things that you're holding on to, because as long as you hold on to those things, that's what's grasping you for dear life outside. Come on, politicians. Come on, my members of parliament. Make me feel better. Right? You're in trance. You're basically just in a trance zombie-like state, and you're not yourself. And that's what I'm attempting to get through to people who just constantly want to ask about politicians. You guys are in a trance zombified state, and you're not yourselves at all. Because when I see yourselves, I'm seeing a beautiful, radiantly shining being who's empowered, and you just have to get all this gunk off of you first. All right? Okay. Aditya says, the veil is much thinner tomorrow. Shiva is considered the auspicious king of all gods, beings, and various realities. Guys, you're the ultimate king. You are Shiva. Okay? You are Vishnu. You are Brahman. You are Allah. You are Adonai. You are God. You are the self. There's nothing out here but your own picture. Nothing out here but your own reflection. All of this is reflection. 360 degrees. It's all reflection. There's only you. You're the center point. If you want to look for God, look in a mirror. If you want to look for Shiva, look in a mirror. Vishnu, Brahman, look in a mirror. Okay? It's all you. There is no separation in creation. It's all interconnected. Right? So that's the whole idea. We start getting into a lot of these philosophies behind gods and saying, you're just talking about yourself, right? Because there is only one infinite being. You could have millions of gods, and there are, but you just put them all back together. They all come from the one central point. They come from the null point. They come from the ether. They come from divine intelligence. They come from pure consciousness, and it's all one. And it's you. It's always been you. And that's what I'm helping you guys to remember, that it's always been you. And when you realize it's you, none of these things in regards to these worldly matters matter. They're not important. Do you think I'm doing these shows for me, guys? I'm doing these shows for you, because I'm not worried about the state of the world at all. I'm not concerned about these events that are taking place at all, because I know it's all part of a transitional decade that needs to happen. Right? I'm helping you guys out. This is being done for your sakes. And these messages I share with you are being done for your sakes. Even when I'm harsh with you at times, sometimes you need somebody to come behind you and give you a kick in the butt, because you're going way off course. And if I'm just being all nice and, oh dear, it's okay, oh it's all right, yes I know Trump is this, no it's okay, oh and Trump is that, blah 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 blah, it's not going to help you at all. That's just stoking your own fire. Where in fact I'm just grabbing you and saying, come on, snap out of it. You're in trance. Person starts to snap out of it, right? It's what I call the tough love approach. It's what I do, okay? All right, guys, we're out of time for today. So thank you, everybody, for being part of the Q&A. Thank you, everybody, for being part of the guided meditation, for the distance healing as well, too. And again, I will be back this Sunday with the return of Adronis. Okay, so I'm looking forward to this. And like I said, you can even give him personal questions if you want. But make sure you're on Zoom, okay? So again, it's Sunday, February 19th. It's happening at 11 a.m. Pacific, okay, not 12 p.m. That's a typo on the poster here. So it's 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay. Open Q&A with Adronis on any topic you wish, and it can be personal questions as well too. But make sure you're on Zoom, because you'll only be able to ask questions with him when you're on Zoom. Okay. And the link for the event is in the video description here. All right. So thank you very much, everybody. Have a great rest of the day, and I'll see you Sunday for the Adronis event. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskar, and may it be well with you. Be the self-sovereign. That's how you liberate yourself. All right? Take care. Bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to New Earth Teachings on YouTube. Don't forget to check out our websites, newearthteachings.com, where you can do private sessions with me, and also Etherics.co. And through Etherics, you'll be able to pick up your Healing Code Cards body deck, your mind deck, and your energy deck through Etherics. You will also be able to pick up the Etherbed kit. That is also on Etherics as well. Not to mention that you'll also be able to pick up some apparel and accessories that is also available on Etherics. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Namaskar, and may it be well with you.